Yes, friends, today we are starting with the cables and the suspension bridges. These cables and suspension bridges and three needles together will become one model. Already we have studied the three-hinged arches. Now today we are studying the cables and the suspension bridge. You might have seen the suspension bridges like Gokak Falls, you might have gone there. Whatever the footway is there, this footway, whatever we are going, we are crossing that particular falls. That proves your KRS dam, you might have gone there also. Whatever this footbridge is there, it is suspended by means of the cables passing over the pulley. It is not having any other support. This whole structure, footbridge pathway, is supported by the cable, that is supported by the cable like this. This is the cable and these are the hangers. This hanger will hold this pathway road in position. It's all right, it's connected to this cable and the cables are fixed in position by means of the backstage. This is the complete cable. It is passing over the two pulleys and the hangers are holding this roadway, usually temporary hanging bridge that we are calling it as. Even Howrah bridge also, it is somewhat of this particular structure. Today we are studying what are the forces or the stresses in the cables and how to calculate the tension in the cable. Some of the properties of the cable or the wire already we have seen. Wire can take only the tension, like the cable can take only the tension, it cannot take the compressive force, that is one, and it cannot take even the bending moment also. Bending moment at any point, this is the main property of the cable that we are using in the analysis of this cable stayed bridge. Is it all right? The different parameters involved in the study of this cable are: what is the span, distance between these supports. Distance between the supports is called as the span of the bridge. This cable is is the profile of the cable. Whenever we are taking any cable, when you are applying the load, based on the load that you are applying and the supports where you are holding the profile, if you are applying the less load, the cable will take a shape like this. If you are applying the more load, the shape of the cable will become something like this. The profile, the deflected shape of the profile is controlled by the load that you are applying. Yes, in connection with it, the distance between the supports is called as the length of the cable. And central dip, this dip is known as YC or H, the lowest point below the initial position of the cable, that we are calling it as the central dip. It's all right. This is called as the span or the length of the cable, span of the bridge. It's all right. These hangers are just transferring the load from the this roadway to the load coming on this road, and including the weight of the road is supported by the cable through these hangers, right? The main cable over the supporting tower may pass over the frictionless pulley or over the saddles over the rollers. Whatever this arrangement is there here, this arrangement may be of two type. One is simply we can put the roller between the support and the cable. This is the cable. Here we are putting the one single roller. At that time what happens is the cable is going continuous over the roller pulley, and neglecting the friction at the pulley, you can say that whatever tension immaterial of what is the orientation of what is the orientation of the cable? The value of T1 is equal to T2. This is the anchor cable and main cable. It's all right. T1 is equal to T2. The other type of the support here, that is called as the saddles. What he is doing is, over the pillar he is putting the rollers. Over the roller he is putting a block like this, and over the block here, because of the contact here, the tensions in this part and tension in this part, just like we have studied the wires. When we are putting a knot in the wire, the tension in this part and in this part will be different. When you are directly carrying it, whatever may be the load, the tensions are same in both the parts. Here, what is the difference? This roller, if you apply a slight force on it, it will start to move. Slight horizontal force will make it to move. You know, the roller cannot tolerate the horizontal force. Therefore, for equilibrium, if T1 is the tension in this backstay or anchor cable, and T2 is the tension in the main cable, and the orientation of the main cable, that is nothing but this angle theta is equal to theta 2, and here the angle is equal to theta 1. That time, to avoid the movement of the rollers here, the net horizontal force on this part must be equal to 0. Means horizontal component of both the tensions must be equal to 0. That is not the case there, because here the cable will adjust its profile so that the tensions on both the parts will be same. That is not the case here. It's all right. So 99% of the problems in our syllabus are like this one only, but you should know what is this one. What is the difference in analysis of this and this support? Here, the tension in this part of the cable and tension in this part of the cable are same in material of the load that is coming on the member. Therefore, the tension T1 is equal to T2 here at the support. And here the tension T1 and T2 are different, but they are linked with this particular equation. The horizontal component H2 must be equal to H1. How you can get the value of H2? Cut this T into two parts. One is T2 cos theta, T2 sin theta. Like that here, T1 cos theta, T1 sin theta. For equilibrium, H1 must be equal to H2. Then you will get a link between the T1 and T2. That is, T1 cos theta is equal to T2 sin theta, cos theta. Right? Now we are studying the profile of the cable. As already I told you, based on the span of the cable and the load that you are applying on the cable, the central dip of the cable will change. If the load is less, the central dip of the cable will be less. The load is more, the central dip of the cable will be more. If for less load, if the cable appears to be like this, for more load, the cable appears like this. This value goes on changing with the load that you are applying on the member. Is it all right? Because why this happens? Because this cable cannot take the bending moment. It cannot take the bending moment. It adjusts its profile itself in such a fashion that the bending moment in the cable at any point is equal to 0. Is it all right? That is what here as mentioned. The important property of the cable is that it will not resist the bending moment. Is it all right? If at all, like this pen, if you are taking it, if you are applying a bending moment like this, what happens? It will resist this bending moment. It will not change its profile. On the other hand, if you take a wire or a thread and you apply the force on it like this, what happens to the wire? The profile of the wire will change. It adjusts its profile, it adjusts its shape in such a fashion that the bending moment at any point on the wire is equal to 0. In the cable is equal to 0. That is what the main point in our analysis. right? Now you go for the analysis of this cable. You go for the analysis of the cable. Profile of the cable I want. Yes, this is what the profile. The load on the cable will assume that it is W per meter, and whatever this load is nothing but the load on the footway bridge. If at all two cables are there, two cables will be there. One cable on this side, other cable on this side. Both together are suspending the bridge. That is why whatever the load is coming on the roadway, that will be divided between these two cables. That load divided by 2 will be the cable on load on each cable. That load you are assuming it to be W per meter, and the distance between the supports is nothing but the L. Distance between the support is nothing but the L. After putting the load, you assume that the central dip is equal to H. I want to arrive at what may be the value of Y at any distance X from one of the support. It's alright. For that, I am going for analysis of the cable. Here the main thing is, at any point in the cable, you take any point in the cable, the moment at that particular point is equal to 0. Unlike the beams or the rigid members, when you are applying the load, the bending moment at different points will be different, but that is not the case with the cable. What is the reason? The cable cannot take the bending moment. Therefore, the bending moment at any point in the cable is equal to 0. So what he is doing is, he is considering the lowest point. Assume that the central dip is H. He is taking the lowest point for the calculation purpose. So you take the lowest point here, take either this part for the calculation or this part for the calculation, right? So calculate the bending moment at this particular section. See what are all here. From the support some reaction is coming, that is equal to VA. Here also some reaction is there, VB. These are the vertical reactions at the supports. T is the tension in the cable, and horizontal component of the tension is nothing but HA. Vertical component of it is nothing but the VA, right? Now we need to calculate total of vertical force is equal to 0. For this whole structure, total of the vertical force is equal to 0. What are the vertical forces? One is this support reaction, one more is this support reaction, and third one is this load. Therefore, VA plus VB is equal to the total load, that is nothing but W into L. That is one equation. And because of symmetry, you can take even the moment at this particular point. What you are going to get? If you take moment at one of the support, what you are going to get? Total of moment about A is equal to 0. If I do like that, what I am going to get? W into L is the load, it will act at a distance of L by 2. W into L is the load, it will act at a distance of L by 2 and is in clockwise direction. Only one reaction is there, that is creating the anti-clockwise moment, minus VB into L. If you simplify it, if you make it equal to 0, you will get the VB is equal to WL divided by 2. Therefore, always these reactions, if the supports are at the same level, always these reactions are VA equal to VB equal to WL divided by 2. The reactions at the supports, VA equal to VB is equal to WL divided by 2. Now to calculate the horizontal reaction, what I can do? Yes, I can take the bending moment at any point in the cable is equal to 0. Particularly I am selecting a point which is the lowest point. So cut the cable like this. You take the total moment on this side, the right side or the left side, is equal to 0. At that time, how it appears? It appears something like this. Here is the support. The cable is going like this. This is the central dip. Central dip is nothing but the H. This is the point C. And here is the horizontal reaction. That I can call it as the HA. And here is the vertical reaction. That is nothing but the VA. and here is the load on the cable, W per meter run. Yes, are you getting it? Cut the cable here, take the total of the forces at the point C, like we are doing in the arches. Why you are taking at the point C? So that I can get what is the effect of this HA. I am not taking at this point. I am taking at this point, right? So that I can get what is the value of this H based on the load that is coming on the cable. Yes, um, take the moment at this particular point. What you are going to get? One is VA multiplied by what is this distance? L by 2. Total moment at any point in the cable is equal to 0. Right? Take the moment at this particular point, make it equal to 0. Moment at the point C equal to 0. Yes, that is equal to minus HA into H. HA is going like this, its distance is H. Horizontal force means the vertical reaction. HA multiplied by H is going in the anticlockwise direction, that is why negative. VA into L by 2 is clockwise direction, that is why it is positive. VA into L by 2 is clockwise direction, it is positive. And this W is creating a moment is equal to W into L by 2 is the load. W into L by 2 is the load. It will act at a distance of L divided by 2 by 2. That is L divided by 4. Already we know the value of VA. VA is equal to WL by 2. You substitute that one. WL by 2 into L by 2 is minus WL square by 8 is equal to HA into H. HA into H is equal to WL by 2 into L by 2 minus WL square divided by 8. Hence, you are going to get the value of HA. Like 3-inch arch, we are doing it. In 3-inch arch, it is inverted one. HA equal to WL square divided by 8H. Either you can calculate it every time, the value will be same. Just draw the pre-body diagram and take the moment at the bottom at the point C is equal to 0, assuming this to be H. Get the value of the HA in terms of the H. HA is equal to WL square divided by 8H. Therefore, I got for the cable, I got the vertical reaction WL by 2 and the horizontal reaction is equal to WL square divided by 8H. Is it all right? Now, you take moment to arrive at the profile. To arrive at the profile, we are taking the moment at any point. One more thing that you need to understand here is if you cut the cable at any point and if you draw the pre-body diagram, like here I am cutting the cable, here the horizontal reaction is equal to H. Yes, can you imagine what may be the relationship between this H and HA? H and HA, no other horizontal force are acting. That is why H equal to HA. Even if I cut like it here, and here the force is, horizontal force is H and vertical force is something different. What is the relationship between this H and this H? Again, the horizontal force is same. That is why we can arrive at one important conclusion in the cable. Remember it. In the cable, the horizontal component of the tension will always remain constant. It won't change with respect to the position of the section. Horizontal component will always remain constant and is equal to WL square divided by 8H. Is it all right? Now what I am doing is, instead of taking the moment at this point, I will take moment at any distance x. At any distance x from one end of the profile, and I am assuming here the dip to be equal to y. I want to calculate the value of y. Just see here how I have done it. Take yes, this is what the cable profile. What I am doing is I am considering any point on the cable P which is yes located at a horizontal distance of x from the end A. Here the vertical reaction is VA. Horizontal reaction already we know is equal to HA. Both we have calculated here. And at any distance x, let y be the vertical dip. It is down by amount is equal to, at different points the value of y will be different. At any point x I want to calculate it. Now take the moment of all the forces at this point. Take moment of all the forces at this point. Assuming this to be y. Yes, W per meter run. Now taking the moment about the point P. This is the point P. What are the forces? Again, I will repeat. At any point in the cable, the value of P is constant. At any point in the cable, the value of bending moment is equal to 0. What is the very reason for that one? The cable cannot tolerate the bending moment. Cable cannot resist the bending moment. Right? So take moment of all the forces about the point P. Take the moment of all the forces about the point P. See what are all the forces acting. One is HA. HA is acting like this, therefore it is HA into Y. That is going in this way. Next is this W. W into X is the load. It will act at a distance of X divided by 2 from here. Right? W into X is the load. It will act at a distance of X by 2. Again it is anticlockwise at this point. That is why negative. Right? Left out is VA. VA into this distance is X and is in clockwise direction, and these two are in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, make the total moment at any point in the cable is always equal to 0. Therefore, at this point also it is equal to 0. Make it equal to 0. Simplify this one. You will get the value of, yes, go for this one. Take this WL square divided by, just simplify it, just see WL by 2 into X minus WL square by 48 into H. Wx square divided by 2. So this 2 you can cancel here. So what we got here? Lx minus x square. Take this on this side. Yl square divided by 4h. Therefore y is equal to 4h divided by L square, Lx minus x square. If you want, you can remember it. Otherwise, you can derive it at any instant. Already we have used this formula in what? In the 3-inch arch. The value of y is equal to 4h divided by L square, Lx minus x square. 3-inch arch. In the previous model, we have used it. Now, I am calculating the tension in the cable. I want to calculate the tension in the cable. Is it alright? For that, what I am doing is, I am cutting the cable at any section xx at a distance x from one of the support. Calculate the net forces acting at this point. How you are calculating it? Just you are drawing the pre-wave diagram. This side horizontal reaction is constant, WL square divided by 8h, and vertical reaction is equal to WL square divided by 2. Yes, just check it. Vertical reaction WL by 2 it is. Vertical reaction is WL by 2. Yes. Now, I want to calculate what are the net forces in horizontal and vertical direction at any point in the cable. For that, I am cutting the free-body diagram. I am calculating this H and V in terms of these loads. Yes, take the total of horizontal forces is equal to 0. This H is going like this. This H is going in this direction. WL square divided by 8H. Therefore, no other force is acting. Only these two forces are there. Therefore, H is equal to WL square divided by horizontal force or the horizontal component of the force in the cable at any moment is equal to WL square divided by 8H. See here, W is fixed, L is fixed, and this H is fixed. Therefore, I can say at any point the value of H is fixed. That is why it is constant. Now calculate the value of phi. Something is wrong here. The value of phi I want, the vertical component. Just here, what are the vertical force acting? One is WL by 2. One is WL by 2. And the other one is minus W into X. If this distance is X, this force is in vertical direction is equal to WL by 2. And this force is minus W into X. Therefore, vertical component of the force is equal to WL by 2 minus W into X. And this equation says you that at any point in the cable, the vertical reaction is a function of what? X. It changes as the value of X changes. Can you guess what happens? X you are measured it from the support. X you have measured it from the support. X you have measured it from the support. And the V is given by WL by 2 minus W into X. What is the other meaning of this one? As X increases, the value of V decreases. Therefore, what you can say? V will be maximum when X equal to 0. What is that point? When X is 0 means V is equal to maximum. When X is 0 means where we are coming? We are coming near the support. Near the support, the value of V is maximum and is equal to WL divided by 2. Just put the value of X is equal to 0 here. It will become WL by 2. And yes, what is the value of V? At minimum value of V means I want it equal to 0. Make it equal to 0. That time what happens to the X? X is equal to WL by 2. And vertical reaction component of the tension is minimum at the center. Therefore, the V is minimum at the center and V minimum is given by 0. So friends, we got the profile of the cable, we got the vertical reaction at the support, we got the horizontal reaction at the support, and we got the tension in the cable. Yes, tension at any point. Say the cable is going like this. At any point, tension is T. What I am doing, that tension I am cutting it into two parts. One in the horizontal direction, other in the vertical direction. If I draw here a tangent, tangent is inclined like this. This is the horizontal component of the reaction. This is the vertical component of the reaction. If the angle made by the tangent with the horizontal is theta, what is the direction of that angle? Can you calculate it or not? Like the resultant direction force, that is nothing but your tension. Tension will always act along the tangent. And that tension is given by, yes, from the figure it is V square, square root of V square plus H square. And it is, as V is minimum at the center, tension is minimum at the center, and that value will become equal to, if V is 0, tension will become equal to H. And V is maximum near the support, that time the tension will be maximum, and that is given by, yes, V square plus H square at the support. At the support, V is WL divided by 2. Now, the tension at any point is given by T is equal to S. I can cut this T into two parts. One is H and other one is the phi. Therefore, the T is given by square root of V square plus H square. As H is constant, as already we have proved that the H at any point in the cable will remain constant. Therefore, the T is maximum when V is maximum. Therefore, V is maximum at the support. As V is maximum at the support, therefore the T is maximum at the support, and T max is given by this particular formula. Either you can calculate the H and V separately and practice it, otherwise just mug it. That is one vertical reaction, that is WL by 2, and the horizontal reaction WL square divided by 8H. That will occur at the support. Now, as the V is minimum at the center, as V is minimum means the T will be minimum at the center. Therefore, the minimum T is given by square root of S0 square plus WL square by 8H square. Therefore, the minimum and maximum tensions, usually 99% of the cases, he will ask only these numbers. 99% of the cases, he will ask what is the maximum tension, maximum minimum tension in the cables, where they occur. Maximum will occur near the support and minimum will occur at the center. And one more formula that you need to remember, the length of the cable. When you are applying the load on the cable, the horizontal length of the cable is equal to L, that we are calling it as the span. If this happens to be the cable, like this cable, this length we are calling it as the L. Actual length of the cable is something different one. This length of the cable, L, capital L, is indicating it as capital L. That length is given by capital L is equal to L plus 8 by 3 y square into L. You remember this formula, mug it. Length of the span, and YC the central, we can use here even in place of this one, we can use the H. Therefore, we can remember it as 8 by 3 S square by L. Is it all right? So, what all we have studied here, important formulas that we have studied till now is the vertical reactions at the supports are given by VA equal to VB equal to WL divided by 2. The horizontal reaction at the support is given by WL square divided by 8H. The profile of the cable is given by the shape of the cable in terms of what is the central dip, H, and the span, L. At any distance x, what is the value of y I want? That is given by S 4h divided by L square, Lx minus x square. And we have studied the tension at any point in the cable is equal to under root of V square plus H square, where V is the reaction, vertical reaction at any point, vertical component of the tension at any point, and H is the horizontal component. And we have studied that throughout the length of the cable, the horizontal component is constant, therefore only varying component is the vertical component. Therefore, the total tension in the cable is dependent on the value of V only. Wherever the V is maximum, there the tension is maximum. Wherever the V is minimum, there the tension is minimum. H will remain constant, is equal to WL square divided by 8H. This horizontal reaction is the H, will remain constant, is equal to WL square divided by 8 small h. Small h is the central depth. Therefore, the maximum tension will occur as V is maximum at the support and is given by T max is equal to square root of WL square divided by 2. WL by 2 whole square plus WL square divided by 8H whole square. That is the T maximum, and T minimum is given by WL square divided by 8H. And finally, the length of the cable is given by L is equal to small l plus 8 by 3 h square by L. What are these? L is the length of the cable. Small l is nothing but what? Small l is the span of the cable. And small h is the central dip. So with this we can solve the numericals related with the cable in the next class.